I warned my friend I wouldn't join dinner if the freeloaders came. He begged me to show up anyway, so I did, ordered a beer, said nothing, then watched them choke when I refused to split the $800 bill. I'm a 27-year-old guy, and I've been part of a tight-knit friend group, about 8 of us, since college. Mostly, it's been great, but 2 people in the group, Susan and Greg, are known for being, let's just say, financially manipulative. Here's what I mean: anytime we go out to eat, they order the most expensive things on the menu. We're talking appetizers, entrees, drinks, desserts, and then, when the check comes, suddenly they're broke. They feed us some sob story and insist we just split the bill evenly. Every single time. Fast forward to last weekend. My buddy Dan mentioned a casual dinner get-together. I asked straight up if Susan and Greg were going to be there, and I told him I wouldn't come if they were. Dan admitted they would, but begged me to put my feelings aside just this once. So, against my better judgment, I agreed. Dinner rolls around. There are 6 of us. Everyone starts ordering. Most people spend around $40 on their meals. Then Susan and Greg do what they always do: each of them orders something absurdly expensive, around $200 each. When the waiter gets to me, I look at the menu, raise an eyebrow, and say, "Just a Miller Lite. $4. That's it." The others looked confused. Dan asked why I wasn't getting food, and I said I'd lost my appetite. Not long after, 2 of my other friends, who clearly caught on, quietly canceled their food orders and decided to stick to drinks too. Eventually, the main dishes arrive, and sure enough, Susan and Greg barely touch their overpriced meals. Then the waiter comes with the check, and Greg, without missing a beat, asks to split it 6 ways. That's when I stood up and corrected him. I said, "Actually, it's only being split 3 ways. The 3 of us who didn't order food are just paying for our drinks." Greg looked completely blindsided. He started arguing that we always split the bill evenly. I reminded him that this time, 3 of us ordered no food, and we weren't about to pay $200 each to fund his surf and turf fantasy. In the end, Dan, who only ordered about $50 worth of food himself, ended up with a $146.98 share of the check. I remember the number because he just stared at it, jaw on the floor. I slid my $10 toward the check, said my goodbyes, and left. The next morning, I woke up to a flood of texts from Greg and Susan calling me an asshole for ruining the dinner and forcing them to pay more than expected. I actually laughed. Their meals cost way more than what they ended up paying. Then Dan texted. He was pissed that I showed up just to pull a stunt and leave him stuck with the fallout. He said I should have just stayed home. But honestly, I told him what would happen. He insisted I come. I just made sure this time, I wasn't the one getting played.